So we stumbled over to the Activision booth and the very popular Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 stand here, where people have been lining up for hours to play Spec Ops, even though the game is out on Tuesday. That must feel good.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's been a pretty incredible response when the doors opened at 10 a.m. I just saw hundreds of kids pretty much sprinting to the front of the line. So it feels good after working on this for so long to get such a good response.
Yeah, how does it feel to work on something that's so overly popular? I mean, Call of Duty, basically the biggest brand in gaming, and there's a lot of pressure on you. But how do you cope with that day to day, or is it something that doesn't affect you?
It doesn't really affect us. Basically, the game mechanics stays the same. We just, if it's not broken, we don't really fix it. We just sort of made it as epic and huge as we could, and just sort of followed the stuff that happened after Modern Warfare 2, and it's just sort of like a natural progression. So it was pretty easy. They pretty much just said make it as epic as we could, and we went with that.
So when did you start working on the franchise, and so what's your history with the game?
I've been working on it for about a year and a few months, doing effects on the game. And when I was hired, they pretty much threw me into the fire, and it's been quite a ride ever since.
So you talk about effects, but sort of what sort of things do you add to the game that people will see in the game?
It's pretty fun. It's just pretty much sprinkling the magic on top of all this stuff. But we're the last to get anything in the pipeline. So once the levels are made and the characters are made, we get the stuff pretty much last with the sound guys, and we just pretty much go nuts, sprinkling like explosions and blood and fire and steam all over the place. So it's pretty fun.
Something that the series is really known for as well. What sort of goes into that design? Is it all about the look, or do you sort of think about gameplay elements as well, or?
Actually, it's both. I mean, a lot of the explosions and the effects that are in the game, they're actually taken from real-life reference, and we try to stay as true as we can to the real life. But unfortunately, if we do that a lot of the times, it does affect gameplay, so we have to work hand-in-hand with the designers. And let's say, for instance, the car explosions, we have to make them sort of a little bit quicker, not hang around a lot, because you shouldn't really draw your attention to them. It should sort of just be like an ambient explosion, and you're back fighting. You have to sort of stay in the game, stay in the moment. So that's been a challenge in itself.
A lot of iteration and going back and forth.
Absolutely.
All right. So how come you're in Stockholm now? Could you tell us what you're going to be here for launch, or what's the plan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're just here, just helping out for the launch, and there's going to be a launch party on the 8th when it comes out. And it's just been incredible. We've sent out a lot of the team members all around the world to help out with the launch. So it feels good. All the hard work's paid off, and seeing the response, it definitely makes it feels worth it.
So is there any specific thing about the game that you like the most, that you're the happiest with?
Oh, definitely. I'd have to say the multiplayer. When I actually started, wasn't really a gamer. But I can definitely say after working on this game and playing multiplayer, I'm actually addicted to it. I want to play it all the time. I love it. Multiplayer all the way.
Is that the first thing that was up and running on the game, or how does things come together?
It's actually the process kind of works where it's like we have a multiplayer team, a single player team, and it just sort of comes together at the end. But usually the team gets to participate in a lot of the multiplayer testing throughout the project, and it's really good to take a break from your day working away, and then we get to shoot your coworkers at the end of the day. It's pretty fun. Some of the team members are professional players. Like, I'm probably the worst one in the company, but it's just so much fun. That's the thing, is you can actually not be that great at the game and still want to play it all the time.
I think that's why it's so popular, even though 50 million people can't be good at it, right?
Yeah. Some of the guys that I work with, they're still learning and playing the game and getting better. But that's the thing, is like over the last year, I've actually grown to be a little bit better. It's really gratifying. So that's why it's so addictive.
And that's when sort of Call of Duty Elite kicks in as well, to let you sort of know how to progress your skills.
Absolutely, the Facebook integration, and you can set up clans, and you can actually learn about the game, and it stats it shows your performance and shows your stats, and you can meet a lot of players online, and you can create all your loadouts anywhere in the game through Elite. So that's definitely a great aspect of the game.
And I'm sure the whole world is very excited for Tuesday. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 3.